Good morning, this is Varnish Vidit, and I'm here with one more idea on English pronunciation. And today I'm going to discuss about past suffix. But before it, I would like to tell you something about the verbs because it is related with the verbs. Verbs are of two types in English. One are called regular verbs and other are called irregular verbs. Regular verbs are those which change their forms by adding ed, and all other verbs which change their form either by changing their structure completely or partially or not at all changing their structure, they are called irregular verbs. So my focus is here on past suffix ed. We use ed to make past form or past participle form of the regular verbs. So the pronunciation of this ed past suffix is also very interesting. It's not pronounced all the way same in all situations. In different situations, its pronunciation changes. So first situation is when its pronunciation is very different and unique. That is whenever we use ed along with the word which ends in consonant t or d, means any word which ends in the sound of t and d, then the pronunciation of ed is not d. It is pronounced id, id, id. Like for example, great. So it becomes grated. Great, grated. She grated the radish for parathas. Next, separate, separated, separated. Create, created. Cite, cited. He cited beautiful examples to support his idea. Bat, batted. He batted very well in the last match of 2020. So, grated, separated, created, cited, batted. After this, whenever any words end in the sound d or with the letter d, in that case also ed is pronounced id, like board, boarded. The passengers boarded the train. Shred, shredded. She shredded the small slices for the salad. Shred, shredded. Jaded, jade, jaded. Guard, guarded. The whole building was guarded by the security guards. Crowd, crowded. So once again, boarded, shredded, jaded, guarded, crowded. Now, the very important thing about the pronunciation of past suffix ed is in the second case that I'm going to discuss now. In this case, whenever there is a consonant, there is any word which ends in the consonants like P, K, CH, F, TH as th, S or double S, and SH. Means there are sounds of pa, ka, cha, fa, tha, sa or sh. So in these 7 sounds, whenever these 7 sounds are there in the end of any word, in that case we have to pronounce ed as a t. We don't pronounce it as a d. Pronounce it t. If you pronounce it t, it will become smoother, nicer, effective and acceptable according to received pronunciation of English. So that is universally accepted throughout the world. So let's take examples first with the P, like slap, slapped, not slapped, slapped. So you have to just, without keeping any gap between pa and ta, you have to put them together. There is no sound between pa and ta. So it is slapped. Dropped. The child dropped the utensil. Gripped. Gripped. The son gripped the hand of the father tightly. Once again, slapped, dropped, gripped. Now, in the same way, whenever any word ends in the K sound or K sound, then it is again ta, hooked. Say hooked, hooked. Baked. She baked a delicious cake. Baked. Marked. The sheet was marked by the teacher. Teacher. Last video I discussed about the pronunciation of R silent. So same thing. So it's marked. So once again, hooked, baked, marked. Now, CH means ch sound is there. Searched, reached. It reminds me my old school days when I used to call it Richard. Because my teacher was also saying Richard. So I was following my teacher. So I was following a wrong way of pronunciation. But later on when I understood this rule, I started pronouncing it correctly like reached. So reached. He reached home in time. Approached. Coughed. First sound. Coughed. Laughed. Sniffed. The dog sniffed everywhere. Sniffed. Laughed. Coughed. SH. Sure sound. Mashed. She mashed potatoes for parathas. Brushed. Child brushed his teeth. Brushed. Pushed. He pushed the door to open it. Mashed. Brushed. Pushed. Now, this is a kind of tongue twister whenever there is a TH as a th. So, but we have to say ED as t. So, it's earth. Earth. Froth. Froth. Mouthed. Mouth. Next is S or double S. So, sir sound is there. So, like passed. He passed across the road. Passed. Kissed. Mother kissed the cheek of the baby. Pressed. Not pressed. Pressed. So this way, whenever there is a P, K, CH, F or TH as tha or S or double S or SH, these sounds are there and you have to pronounce the participle or past participle forms of past or past participle forms of verbs, regular verbs, you have to pronounce these all ta. Rest in all other cases, maybe any other consonant is there, we have to always pronounce it as a da, like lived, saved or tried. So, but in these two specific cases, you have to be careful, you have to pronounce it carefully and correctly as per the rule I just mentioned in the previous discussion. I hope you followed it and you will be practicing along with it. And you can do one more thing. You can search lots of other words which are corresponding to this rule and you can practice along with them. Or you can even put some examples in the comment box for my knowledge that you understood it or not, and you can pronounce those words too. If you have any confusion or any doubt, you can ask me anything, anytime. Thank you very much. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.